Good, you're here. Let's find the spot indicated on the map. What happened to this place? Look! Those runes are similar to the ones on the ring. There must be a connection. I knew that ring was important. All right, I guess we enter another portal. Is this where the anchorite used to live? Looks like someone else has been here recently. Sombrin's diary. I guess he and Callia spent some time here. Did he write down anything that can help us? So Sombrin and Callia came here at some point, after they left us and went to the Deadlands? I wonder what they were looking for. So, anything good in Sombrin's diary? He's not on the same level as the writer of the Investigator Vale stories, but his writing isn't bad. Interesting. Does he know about the egonymic? It doesn't seem like it. He just says he thinks something important is inside that chest. Hey now, positive thoughts! Let's examine the chest. Maybe the ring will help. It got us into this hidden chamber. Who knows what else it can do? This enchantment looks powerful. That's unusual. I have absolutely no idea what that is.
Mortals, we have a problem. That fool ambition! He will ruin everything! You both need to come with me. Sombren has turned to Mehrunes Dagon, and he plans to take Kalia and the Anchorite with him. We must stop him. How clear must I make it, little mortal? He has Kalia and the Anchorite and is attempting to force them to go with him. He plans to present them all to the Prince of Destruction. We must get to an Ilarch summit and stop him. When I left to retrieve you, Sombren was attempting to wrestle power from each of the other ambitions and take it for himself. He will turn that power over to Mehrunes Dagon unless we intervene. Quickly, through the portal. There is no time to waste.
Portals! I think I'm finally getting used to them. Let's go.
As before, the properties of this accursed mountain play havoc with my magic. Better if you make your own way from here. Took Kalia and the Anchorite through that door.
Stop! This is insane! We're not coming with you.
Only Mehrunes Dagon can teach us. Help us control our powers. It's all in his book. I can't let you interfere. Destron, deal with them.
Destron? Sombren, what have you done?
I must obey.
Destron.
You will not pass. You let me die.
Destroy them.
I won't let that happen to Kalia. I'm sorry.
Doing what's necessary, Kalia. For all of us. Your power is better off in my hands.
Sombren, leave her alone!
Sombren didn't expect you to fight back, Anchorite. Well done.
What did I just do?
We should go too. I will summon a portal to take us to Fargrave.
I didn't know I could do that. Open a portal out of thin air. I just couldn't let Sombren keep hurting Kalia. Well, I guess that proves it. I really am an ambition, whatever that is. I'm not sure. I just shoved him somewhere, away. Come on, let's get out of this place. Liren's portal looks extremely inviting right about now.
Kalia and the Anchorite will be safe here. Come, little mortal. Let's talk. I did not expect Sombren to turn against us, or for him to try to take the power of the remaining ambitions. He now possesses the power of Destron and Kalia as well as his own. If he hands that power to Dagon, neither of us will like the results. I am still considering our options. At least we have the Anchorite, and she still has her powers. That is enough for now. You did well, mortal. Against all odds, you continue to prevail. Take this with my gratitude and prepare for what comes next. Now that we can confer in the relative safety of Madame Wim's establishment, tell me what you discovered on the Isle of Joys. Did the spirit of Emperor Morcar speak true? Is there a weapon that can be used against Mehrunes Dagon? Let me see the documents you found. I am familiar with Nimics, but not this Ego Nimic. If it truly has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon, then no wonder the Longhouse Emperors kept it hidden. And what did you find in the Doom Vault? Interesting. And you found this in the vault? The one Morcar claimed belonged to his daughter? Then show it to the Anchorite. Perhaps she can remember something and ascertain its purpose. We will need some advantage the next time we face Sombren. Our best hope lies in the Anchorite now. Show her the Daedric relic you recovered from her vault. Let her study it and extract its secrets. Perhaps some of her memories will become clear when she examines it. Simply put, a Nimic is a Daedra's true name. Some of us have many, others only one. If another knows these secret names, they can wield great power and influence over the Daedra they belong to. Mortals use them in their incantations to compel us. As a guess, it might be a stronger, more potent version of a Nimic. If we gain access to it, we might be able to weaken Mehrunes Dagon. Perhaps even banish him to the darkest corner of the Deadlands, as the Longhouse Emperors intimated. As we have discussed at length, friendship is an alien concept to my kind. I cannot comment on why mortals do the things they do, and I see little point in spending time agonizing over what could have been. Our time is better spent devising a plan. Let us solve one problem at a time, mortal. The relic first, then Sombren. He has studied the Mysterium Xarxes and gained the power of 2 of the 3 remaining ambitions. He will make his way to Mehrunes Dagon's side as soon as he is able. Between his research and the knowledge Sombren already had that helped Kalia control her power, he apparently figured out a way. Remember, he saw Vandacia absorb Destron's power. He may have extrapolated, or he found something in that cursed book.
It's just one thing after another, isn't it? I've barely had time to process the fact that I'm an ambition, or even learn what that really means. I'm sorry I couldn't stop Sombren from taking Kalia's powers. It all happened so fast. I had a vault? Yes. I remember something about a place where they put me when I was being trained by Sister Seldina. Let me see. It does feel familiar. Like trying to remember a dream upon waking. Am I supposed to do something with this? Then I better remember what it is and how to use it, right? Put the relic on the table over there. Let me get a better look at it. Maybe something will come to me.
Mehrunes Dagon provided parts of himself to create the 4 ambitions. These parts make up his Egonymic and give the ambitions their power. The Egonymic can be used to weaken Dagon, to compel him back to oblivion should the need to do so arise. All 4 parts of the Egonymic must be used to even attempt this course of action. We will only use it as a last resort.
I know this. A low and constant hum at the back of my mind. A part of me, but also a part of something else. I think that's how we recognized each other, Sombren and me.
So, the Longhouse Emperors were not as reckless as I thought. Mortal, I have an idea. As I surmised, the Egonymic is a more powerful version of a Nimic. Perhaps only the princes have them, since I never heard of them before. Sombren has 2, perhaps even 3 of the 4. We cannot allow him to return that power to Mehrunes Dagon. Sombren was able to take Kalia's power. His summoning of Destron's spirit at the summit suggests he also has Destron somehow, as well as his own. We need to do what he did and steal that power from him for ourselves. Oh, not me, little mortal. The Anchorite. She's the fourth ambition. If Sombren truly seeks Dagon, then he's heading for the Prince's capital, Destruction's Solace. We need someone who can lead us through that fortress so we can intercept him. Who else but Aarox the Mutilator? The Daedrat was once Mehrunes Dagon's most powerful general. He must have visited the city multiple times over the centuries. Aarox crawled off toward the shambles when I told him I had no time to remove his curse. And while you track down Aarox, I will gather what allies I can. We will need more than those of us here to breach the walls of Solace and take on Sombren. Meet me at Wretched Spire. Dagon's gaze never reaches that corner of the Deadlands.
We'll go with Lyrinth and gather as many allies as we can. And I'll talk with Kalia. She was with Sombren for a long time. She must have some idea how he stole her power. If not, maybe together we can figure it out. If he could do it, I don't see why not. I just need to get a handle on these powers I suddenly have. I want to be careful, too. Sombren gave in to the dark part inside him, the part that belongs to Mehrunes Dagon. I don't want that to happen to me.
I've heard the Dagonists have been largely driven from the city.
Frey considers this development. The cult's votives no longer affect the mortals of Fargrave, then.
Yes, a relief to be sure.
Frey ponders this with regret. The mortals were more interesting when the cult toyed with their emotions.
Did you hear? Duke Sebastian was a werewolf, and he ate his entire family.
Transgression.
That little beast killed my guard and nearly bit my ear off. And it talked! They aren't supposed to do that! My master, Nifazon, the shadow that screams eternal, will not be pleased. Perhaps you've heard of him?
This matter does not concern you, mortal. The Daedrat will be dealt with soon enough. Do not needlessly involve yourself in the Grasp's affairs, unless you are ready to deal with the consequences. This creature is your pet. He killed the mortal of a very prominent Daedra. I am prepared to take him to our holding cells. If you want him released to your custody instead, you will have to compensate the Daedra. The stricture recognizes the destruction of Daedric property as a crime, but since the only loss was a mortal life, a fine is considered acceptable recompense. If you pay it, I will consider the matter finished. This compensation is adequate. The Daedrat is free to go.
Master, you came back for me.
That's it? What about my dead guard?
Acceptable compensation has been received for the mortal life.
Unbelievable.
Thank you for freeing me again, mortal master. I shall shred the ankles of your foes once more, claw out their eyes and snip at their hair. Whatever you ask of me. You wish to challenge Mehrunes Dagon in his own city? A bold strategy. But I have come to expect nothing less from you, master. Destruction Solace is a quiet, haunted place. Ghosts prowl the streets, and Mehrunes Dagon basks in their agony. Oh, very much so. Arox has been there many times. The city walls are impenetrable, even by magical means. But I know of one specific location that would allow Lyranth to portal us through, if she is still a part of this. You can count on your faithful servant. It will be my honor to fight alongside you once more. You do remember that when mortals die, they usually don't come back, though, right? I have no such concerns for myself, but, Master, I worry about you. Let us make haste, Master.
There you are, finally. Now we can begin.
This is your army. Were I still in possession of my true form, the ground would shake with my laughter.
I was not finished.
This we can work with. I know a spot where you can open a portal into Dagon City.
Very good, Arox. Come, mortal. We have plans to finalize.
Champion. As promised, the Bladebearer clan will fight by your side. A magnificent battle awaits us within Destruction Solace. Many will surely die. It is invigorating. Your allies stand by your side, honored to lay down their lives for you. Tell me, are you truly prepared for this? Good. You will need that conviction in order to emerge victorious. Do not let your stance waver, even for an instant. If you allow yourself even a shred of weakness, Mehrunes Dagon will exploit it. Of that you can be certain.
Well, here we are. It's strange remembering how all this started. But we're going to end it now, right? We'll stop Sombrin, and we'll stop Mehrunes Dagon, too. Great. It'll be easy. We'll just sneak right in and pop Sombrin and Mehrunes Dagon right on the nose. It's just like that time when Investigator Vale... Huh. You know, I don't think Investigator Vale ever dealt with the Daedric Prince.
You've made many allies. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry I can't join you in this fight. I wouldn't be much use to you without my power. And I'm not sure I want to see how this ends anyway. It will be too painful. I know. I trust you. It's hard, though. I still care for him. We were all each other had for a time. But I'm under no illusions. I know he's beyond saving. He's no longer the Sombrin I once knew.
This is a pretty impressive force. Lyrinth didn't seem too optimistic about finding allies. And I think she underestimated your influence on people. I've never taken on a Daedric Prince before, so I can't say for sure. But I'd put my gold on us. If anyone can find a way to stop Mehrunes Dagon, it's you. You'll see this through. And I'll be right by your side when we face Sombrin.
Even facing terrible and certain death, your allies come! You have built this army. Now you must lead it to glory! My whiskers quiver in anticipation of the coming battle. Oh, not at all. But the attempt will be glorious. I mean, of course, Master. It will be difficult, but I will be there to assist you. Right up until the very end.
I gathered allies. Those who have fought by your side in the past. You certainly accumulated a lot of them in your travels. Let us hope that between them and the Daedrat's knowledge of the fortress, it will be enough. I will open a portal to get us inside the walls of the city, as Arox suggests. After that, our allies deal with the bulk of Solas's defenses, while we try to intercept Sombrin before he turns over his power to Mehrunes Dagon. Optimism will serve us better than pessimism in this, mortal. But the sooner we begin, the better. Take a moment to speak with your allies if you want. Then let me know when you are ready.
Pay heed to Arox the Mutilator, Daedra and mortals! Make haste to Destruction Solace! It lies west of here, where the Sever becomes the Burn! To glory!
Remember, we need to find Sombrin so the Anchorite can take his power.